Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Driven Wyld. Today we are talking about changing markets on Grubhub. So one of the downsides of Grubhub in comparison to UberEats and Doordash is that once you're in an area, that's it. There's no shifting starting points or anything like that. This is your area, that's it. While there are certain benefits and disadvantages to that, there are ways to actually have that market changed. So with that said, I want to go over everything you must know about changing markets on Grubhub, what they tell you versus how it actually is, and everything in between. But before we do that, let's go over a quick disclaimer. The content of this video does not contain and is never intended to be legal, business, financial, tax, or health advice of any kind. This video is for entertainment purposes only. It is advised that you conduct your own research and consult with qualified professionals before applying anything you find online. I also want to be clear that everything that we're going to be going over in this video is very market dependent. But what applies to me in my market may not apply to you, so with that said, let's get started. I applied to one area, but I've moved. How do I change my application market? You could submit a request using this form to request a transfer prior to hitting the road. I'm going to leave the form in the description so that way you can make that request yourself. Use the same email you used when you applied. Select I'm an applicant. I want to be removed from a waitlist and apply to a different market. Depending on the area's availability, you might be added to the waitlist. And Grubhub is kind of known for their heavy waitlists, but this is part of why. So that way they can actually distribute orders to drivers. That also said, you could also argue that the order flow isn't that great on Grubhub to begin with, but that's also part of the issue. And also, if you're a Grubhub driver and you want to transfer over to a different market, like you're already applied, you're already in the program, you just want to transfer. If you can't get into that market yet, they will either keep you there or they will put you onto the wait list again. Hannibal is Hungry got soft deactivated for inactivity on Grubhub, and he couldn't reapply in his own area because the wait list was that long. Can I apply to deliver in more than one market? Currently, Grubhub drivers are only able to be set up in one delivery area at a time. See what I mean? Now, I do have some side notes that I would like to go over on this subject. Not all markets make sense. So in my area specifically, I put in my address. I used my current address in order to hop on Grubhub. And the market that I'm in currently has me set up to where my starting market is not where I live. Like, I have to commute to the starting point. But if I were to go to the Pompano Boca Raton area, that would actually be in my starting point. But my zip code doesn't actually work with the Pompano Boca Raton starting point for some reason, which makes no sense to me. So what I would do is, if you want to transfer into that market, like into your own area, and your address doesn't work with Grubhub for some reason, contact a friend who actually does live in an area, see if they're okay with letting them use their address, and see if that would work better. It may not, but at the same time, it's worth a shot. Just make sure you're maintaining that friendship with the friend, because in the event that you order something on Grubhub that is like a bag or something, or they send you something, you might want to actually, be available to receive it. Out of zone doesn't mean no orders. So some people may be concerned that they're just not going to get any orders if they toggle available and they're outside their market. That's not necessarily true, but it does also mean you're not getting very high priority in comparison to those who actually are a part of their market. It's like the conversation of on block and off block. Now you have even less priority than those who are off block. And if you don't know much about block scheduling, I made a video talking all about that. I will leave that in the description. Feel free to check that out. P.O. Box is not an address. I've asked about this. P.O. Box doesn't actually work. I don't know why. It doesn't make sense to me, but whatever. Did I miss anything? Is there something else about changing markets on Grubhub that I have yet to cover in this video? Let me know in the comments. Let's make sure that anybody and everybody who wants to move their life forward and transition into a new area with Grubhub has the means to do so, and they can make the most amount of money in the least amount of time in the safest possible way, no matter what that looks like. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. As always, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.